I ordered this whole indoor pond off Amazon. I was just sitting here thinking of that. I was like, oh wow, about 10 or 20 years ago, there's no way that I could have ordered this pond. Or, I mean, I guess there is a way, but man, I would have had to jump through so many hoops to get this thing together. Let's see, the base of it is my 300-gallon stock tank. That was the first thing I ordered. It's really thick plastic. They say it's made out of construction foam, but it's a very hard plastic. Like, you could take a very strong knife and full force try to put it through there, and it won't go through there. I mean, unless you're like one of those, maybe a shit. I think the knife would break before it would go through. Actually, even if they were an NFL player size, man. But the only drawback to this 300-gallon tank, stock tank, was I was able to get it through a door. That was a plus. The drawback was the nozzle at the front. Let's see. You can barely see it because I put black Flex Seal all over it, but there's a little, that looks like a 1-inch square nut there, and you unscrew it and it's a drain plug. And it comes with the gasket stock, but the stock gasket, it leaks no matter how tight you tighten it. So I filled it up, started to wait for the water to get dechlorinated, and then it started leaking, so I had to drain it all back out, take apart that gasket, add some silicone, the kind of silicone that doesn't have any additives in it. So I think you have to have the kind that doesn't have the anti-mold in it. That's what I got. What was that called? All-purpose permanent weatherproof. But this particular kind was actually 100% silicone. Some of them say 100%, but they have additives in it to prevent mold growth. But anyways, so that was the drawback of the 300, and other than that, it had been working flawlessly. Yeah, I was able to get it through that door. There was actually 6 feet past that, there's another door. Let's see. Yeah, just me too. That's why I really like this stock tank. There's no way I could have got a 300-gallon aquarium in here by myself. I'm a 155-pound guy. I was able to get this in though. Wasn't too bad. I get in here and walk around. It can support my weight pretty easy. I've seen some larger people using it as a hot tub when I was doing research before I bought it. Cost around $300, maybe a little over $300. Free shipping, all that with Amazon Prime. Yep. Second thing I bought immediately was the Fluval FX6. That was about another $300 there. And I really like this. This one was an updated one. I have another FX6 with my 60-gallon over here. And this updated one has screens in there that you have in there, like divider trays, I should say. And what was it? It has this. I didn't read the instructions, and I have no common sense to know what this is, besides it might somehow hold the hose that it came with, the drain hose. But Fluval FX6 handles this 300-gallon okay. I mean, if it was just the Fluval FX6 and not the hydroponic racks also, it would probably need weekly maintenance, because all the poo and algae that build up after about 6 months. So yeah, it took about 6 months to completely cycle this tank. I mean, it was good for fish. There was no ammonia and all that, no nitrates after about 3 months. But yeah, after 3 months also, that's when these 2 goldfish, I figured out which one was male and female, because they decided to breed, splash water all over the place. That was why the third thing I got was a koi net. You can only see a piece of it right there, but that koi net off Amazon, that was that goes over the whole thing, and then I just connect it to the corners here and here. You know, it drapes over, and then I got what's called a fushigi ball. I don't know if anybody remembers these things. They look like pool balls, but they're clear with a shiny metal ball inside, like acrylic or something. They're good for breaking toes and laptops and tiles and pretty much everything. But it's really good for throwing in the middle of this tank to weigh down the middle of the net. Anyway, so yeah, so I got the stock tank, the fluval, the net, then the air. Now for the air, I knew I was going to run big air tubes in here. I got these, I don't know if you can see them. They're just I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 foot long foam tubes that you hook up your airlines to. And they put out a good amount of air. I mean, not as equally as I like, but I mean, if I get it ideally set up, it looks like a nice circle of bubbles. But I have that hooked up to this Higer water pump. This might be an expensive brand, but I found out that this is very good equipment. Like this pushes out most bubbles I've ever seen, and it's very quiet. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll put it up very, very close. It's silent from 3 feet away. And I have it sitting. Yep. Also got my gotta have these, of course, because it's sitting below the water or at the water. Drain back. I learned that the hard way about these. I have this on a cycled timing to where it's 12 hours on, 12 hours off, because I'm trying to save a little power. And when you turn it off, the water comes back into it, and it gets in here and possibly can cause a fire, because I had to buy another one because of that mistake. $50 flush. After the airlines, this pump, the tubes, I had to get this socket box. This is very important. I think this is one of the most important things, actually. Weatherproof connection box. This socket box is awesome. It just has a rubber seal. And it has a squishy. So it's pretty waterproof, splash resistant. But yeah, this is definitely a must-have. I'll put that all back together when I have two hands. Okay, so after I got that, I had to get wall outlet covers. This is another important thing. You definitely don't want to get this splashed and lose power. So, but that's just a redundant feature, really. The socket box and that other thing's redundant because, let's see, I got a ground fault interrupt. You know, you see these in bathrooms. Hit it and everything's off. Hiccup. Alright, and then I had to get a net. The net was very important. I got this is a Higer brand, same as the water pump. I was very impressed with this net. See, it doesn't look like too much. Huh. It's made out of carbon fiber. It cost $26. It's extendable. Wish they had a stop right there. Then I wouldn't be able to get it in. Yeah, this is the best fish net. This thing. You could reach all the way to the very other side, and the handle's still not in the water. Here, I'll try to catch my goldfish. Hey, come here, buddy. Come here, I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna He's hungry. If you haven't seen, this is my male OG. He's 7 years old. You can tell he's a he because he's thin, real thin. Females are kind of plumper, like they're kind of... There she is. The males are thinner because they have to be fast enough to chase the females to knock the eggs out so they can fertilize them. But yeah, that was one net I got. I like that. Let's see. Now, what else did I get? Another important thing is my rain collection water barrel. I use this to pre-treat the water that I put in here. I fill this up with the hose, and then I put a water conditioner in it. You know, if you're familiar with aquariums, you know, water conditioner, dechlorinator. I put enough to take the chloramines out. Chloramines also, chlorine and chloramines. The instructions on there say it's like half as much to take chlorine out, and it's twice as much to take chloramine out. I haven't done the research and all the chemical stuff about that, but anyway. So what else did I get? I had to get this sign. Yeah, this is another very important thing. I mean, just in case somebody comes in, this property is protected by highly trained goldfish, and I'm not responsible for injury or possible death. They think I'm edible. If they had teeth, I'd be scared of goldfish. So, but yep. Then this is one of the only round. Why is it in funny? Yeah, perfect temp for a goldfish is 74 according to the goldfish book. And what else? Now this is my aquaponics rack. You could pretty much the idea is to pump water from the tub into the top and let it drain from the top into the bottom, and then out the bottom and back into the tank. Now I got a pre-filter. This is a koi pond pre-filter. I don't want to pull it out of the water because it'll mess up my suction. But it's pretty much a box with slits in it, and it has 2 foam pads in it that filter it out. Keeps a little bit of the poo out of the grow bed. Yep. Then I got it hooked to a pump here. I have no idea what they want. It's a fairly low watt pump, so I just have it going up that skinny hose. Boom. See, I cut a couple ribs out. Cut a couple ribs out with the rotary, and it just pumps in. And I got just raises up there. I don't want it to go up and down with one of those bell siphons because it makes it sounds like it's burping. Blah 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 blah. Fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Blah 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 blah. If I have two of them going in here, I can't relax and watch TV. The water sounds nice, but not ebb and flow. And then the light. This is a very good, powerful light. Maxi Sun. That is about a $300 light. That was pretty expensive. It's way overkill. You definitely don't need that. Like, I have it on half power, just blue light only, veg, and the tomato plants can barely handle it. It's adjustable, that's why I like this Maxi Sun. It's probably sold out. They're real good light. Then I got these water resistant lights. It might be IP, whatever, the same thing the Samsung Galaxy is. But yeah, those got really hot, so I had to get a small fan hung up here with zip ties to cool them off. The thing I don't like about them is it's a kind of a reddish light. It's a COB light, and they get pretty toasty, and it looks less red in person. On this camera, it appears to be more red. Yeah, I wish I would have tried to put floating plants in when I started early. That's one thing I would say, is put floating plants in early, as soon as you get nitrates. I was trying to take the nitrates out or reduce them with just growing plants, and nope, don't work. See. Oh, these grow tubs. These are just cement mixing tubs. Yeah, just you can buy them at Home Depot. I've seen this size cement mixing tubs, and they got ones that are twice as big. That's what I'm going to end up doing, is buying another one of these metal racks and doubling the size. So I'll put a rack here, and then I'll twist the light, that way. And then I had to get, because this is 300 gallon open right here, I had to get a dehumidifier. And I got a dehumidifier. It tells the temperature and the humidity level. I don't know what brand it is. It was about $50 or $60. I got it because it has a pump to where you have the regular tray for water here. If I pull it out, it'll turn off, but what I like about it is it has this pump. It comes with the hose you hook here, and it pumps all the water, puts it back in the tank. So it's pretty much maintenance free. The disadvantage about a dehumidifier is it gets pretty toasty in here. I mean, with the AC on in the summer it's 72, but when the lights and everything comes on the dehumidifier, it gets up to 80 easy. 80, 81. So, and then when I got that, got my air purifier. And I decided not to put a bunch of gravel in there. I put the gravel in one of these tubs in the middle, trying to keep the bottom bare. I've been having an algae control issue, that's why I've been trying to block the light out a little bit. I've been having an algae issue because of all the light. Trash bag. I bought more of this. I just haven't bought more of this reflective stuff. I just haven't cut it. And let's see, you could pretty much do a tank of any size like this style. It's real easy. You just need a container to hold fish. Maybe you just need one rack. You could probably go 50 gallons, and for guppies you could probably do some kind of multi-rack setup, but it's basically the gist of it. You could buy all this stuff on Amazon, all this tubing, magnets. That's what I use to clip on my reflective stuff, bar magnets. Every single thing except the live stuff came from Amazon. I already know what I'm going to do next since I got a koi fish. I'm going to get a 450 gallon. Unfortunately, Amazon doesn't sell a 450 gallon stock tank. That's going to be the biggest thing I can fit in that door. So. Okay, well, I hope this was informative for you. If you have any questions or want me to make a video or have any advice for me, I'd be more than happy to get it. So, alright, I hope you have a good day, night, or everything else. Bye-bye.